Yes, everyone, what's going on? My name's Stephen Howson. This is Stretford Paddock. We're outside Old Trafford. The weather, in case you're interested, because I know people are, a little bit overcast. This is the transfer review. Right then, first up is Donnie Van Der Beek. We didn't even mention him in last Friday's transfer review, which I know you lot are like, hang on, it comes out on Saturday, Steve. It does, but today's Friday, and I film these on Fridays. And there was no talk of him whatsoever. It started heating up a little bit on Sunday morning. By Sunday night, it was like, oh shit, here we go, it's happening. And then this week, Manchester United announced Donnie Van Der Beek has completed, done, official, signed, announced. We know his shirt number. 40 million euros with a €5 million add-on, done and dusted. Is it a good signing, Steve? Yeah, I think it is. I don't think he necessarily comes in and has the impact that you saw Bruno have direct on the first 11, which is something that I say quite often. We need to improve the first 11. He will play, make no mistake, he'll play. He'll probably start at least 30 games, I would have thought, across all competitions. But what Donnie's there to do is to backfill a little bit. Now, we saw Paul Pogba barely feature last season. We saw Bruno Fernandes need a rest. You know, Fred, McTominay, Matic all played different parts of the season. Donnie Van Der Beek will get his games. Donnie Van Der Beek's obviously going to be someone that Ollie trusts to come in at any time, and that's what he's not really been able to do with the second string, if you like, in the first 11. So I think he's a very good signing. We talk about needing quality in depth, and we got some quality in depth, and I'm pretty chuffed with that. So happy days. 10 out of 10, it's done. Next up then is Reguilon. Now, left back, probably Real Madrid's second or third choice left back. And as we saw when we played against him, guy's all right, you know. He's all right. Is he an upgrade on Luke Shaw? Well, fucking yeah. Is he an upgrade on Brandon Williams? Yeah, he is actually as well, yeah. United have apparently tabled a €30 million bid, according to Sport. Now, I was having a chat with a mate this morning on the way in, and we was talking about this, and we were saying, do you know what? When you hear of a fee and a bid going in, that's generally not usually a lie. The lie is usually, I'm hearing United are interested, or I'm hearing United are thinking about putting a bid in. That's what people usually do when they're being a bit wishy-washy and the like. I'll just protect myself a little bit by not going so black and white with it. But a bid going in with an amount feels like it could be legit. As I said, you know, we've seen a little bit of him, if we're being honest with ourselves, a little bit of him, and I'd say, yeah, from what little bits I've seen, he definitely improves that left-back position. It'd be very interesting to see what happens with Luke Shaw, because I think you can keep Brandon Williams for the wages that he's on, the fact he signed the new contract like a couple of weeks ago. You're not going to get rid of him. Luke Shaw's on significant wages. He's on first choice, one of your best players sort of wages, and that's not really going to fly. Now, we saw Luke Shaw play very well on the left-hand side of a 3 at times last season. Is Ollie thinking, I'll use him for that? I'll bring him in and play him on the left-hand side of a 3. Is he thinking of playing him in a 2? I hope he's not. In a 2 at centre-half, because I can't imagine that goes down well, being really honest with you. On the left-hand side of a 3, yeah. Equally on the right-hand side of a 3, I think Wan-Bissaka would be fantastic as well. But maybe it means that they want to move Luke Shaw on. If you do move Luke Shaw on, I think you're not going to take a big transfer fee because his wages are eye-watering, and there's not many people who could afford his wages. So, be very interesting to see, 1, if the Reguilon stuff is real, and 2, what does that mean for Luke Shaw? Reguilon, as it stands at the moment, they've gone in hard. But there's only them that are talking about it at the moment. We will keep an eye on it. But right now, I can't give it more than a 4 out of 10. Next up, we've got Deo Upamecano. And this got a lot of United fans very excited. Hot on the heels of, here we go with Donnie Van Der Beek. Straight away, there was talk of a bid for Deo Upamecano. And everyone went, oh my God, we're going to do 2 transfers in a week. No, fucking not. Calm yourself down. That was never going to happen. But we did all get excited for a minute until we saw Falk and also Romano saying, don't expect United to table a bid for him this month. But there was talk from a lot of people, the interest seemingly very real. I wonder if this is United sort of lining our ducks up to maybe move for him next season. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know if United... For me, United supposedly got money. We keep getting told they got money, and money's never an issue for United. Why not do what Chelsea are doing? I think liquidity is what Chelsea are banking on at the moment. I think clubs who've got money in a downturned economy are flexing those muscles. Because next year, if everything's back to normal, you've got fans, you've got this, you've got that, everyone might be up and running again. If you've got money, now is the time to get a big bang for your buck. We got great value for money. For how much it was going to cost us for, say, Jack Grealish, we've managed to bring in both Bruno and Donnie Van Der Beek. Now, when you see some of the... Look at the Koulibaly fee. The Koulibaly fee is going to be £90 to £100 million. Is he worth it? Probably. If Harry Maguire was worth it, then he absolutely is worth it. But if you could get Deo Upamecano, the future Koulibaly, for somewhere in the region of 37 to 40 million, Jesus Christ, why wouldn't you do that now? With Deo Upamecano, it is literally like when we paid £30 million for Wayne Rooney as a teenager and you go, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of money. You actually listen to Fergie talking back about it, it was like, yeah, do you know what, it was a lot of money, but he was worth it. Same with Rio Ferdinand. When you look at the Manchester United defence at the moment, you go, Maguire and Wan-Bissaka improved us defensively. We kept a lot more clean sheets, conceded fewer goals than we've done in a while. But when you look at Harry Maguire, do you go, there's a player of Rio Ferdinand's quality or Vidic's quality? No, you don't. He's a way off those. Deo Upamecano is the kind of guy where you go, yeah, I can see him getting to be as good as Vidic or as good as Rio. I absolutely can. So £30 million. We paid £30 million for fucking Rio Ferdinand. And that was nearly 20 years ago. He's absolutely worth it. If you've got money, a downturn economy is the time that you flex those muscles a little bit and you start paying some dosh for some players. Simple as that. As it stands, the Deo Upamecano thing, everyone's poured a bit of water on it. I don't think we can get too giddy. I'm going to say, unfortunately, 2 out of 10. Next up then is Thiago Alcantara. Fucking hell, what a midfield Manchester United would have if we brought in Thiago and added him to Van Der Beek, Pogba and Bruno. Unreal. And Dylan Levitt, shout out to Dylan Levitt for getting his international cap this week for Wales. Fucking love it. Hashtag Dylan Levitt Ultras. Thiago Alcantara is a footballer's footballer. He's intelligent. He is a younger, quicker, more athletic version of Paul Scholes. That's what he would bring to Manchester United's team. Is there a place for him in the team? Who fucking cares? You find a place for him in your team because he's well good. When I first heard Liverpool might be interested in Sancho, Werner, Thiago this summer, I was like, oh no. They're really good at football. And you add them to the team that Liverpool already got and you're like, fucking hell. The one hope I hold out is that Liverpool don't continue to recruit and reinforce the way they have done over the last few years. And if they don't, they will fall off. That's what happened with United. When you hear Sancho, Werner, Thiago, you go, that's literally the players that'll keep them at the top. Fuck. They haven't got any of them so far. Obviously, Werner's gone to Chelsea. They're still in the hunt for Thiago. For me, it still feels like that's the place he'll end up. And I do worry about that because if he goes in and replaces Jordan Henderson, that is a fucking monumental upgrade for them. And I don't see how that's not a success for them. But United are in the hunt. And there's a couple of people talking about it. Falk, who is the guy for Munich, is saying that United haven't submitted a bid, but they are talking. So you're like, right, well, fucking hell. If you're able to get, like we were just saying, even if you throw Thiago and Van Der Beek in, if you're able to get both of those for under 80 million, that's phenomenal money. If you can get Thiago Alcantara for 15, 20 million cheaper than you paid for Fred, does that not show how inflated the market was then and that it has actually shrunk a little bit to now? They're still crazy players. United might be able to have brought in Thiago and Donnie Van Der Beek for like 10, 15 million less than what Chelsea have paid for Havertz. That doesn't make any sense. That's good business from United. My issue is, this has never really felt like he was coming to United. The talks might be there. Supposedly he wants quite a high wage. It's probably no higher than what Luke Shaw's on. I would love him to come to United. I just don't believe that he's coming to United. And I also don't... I think there's a couple of players that are doing what we saw at Real Madrid a couple of years ago. United were linked to so many Real Madrid players, you know, from Cruz and Ramos and loads of them. I just get Benzema all the time, Bale obviously, and Ronaldo when he was there. I just get the feeling that United are the contract dangle. I expect Alaba to stay. I expect Thiago to stay, and if he doesn't, I think Liverpool's the first port if they cough up the cash for him because, right, Liverpool might not have the cash to go and spend 90 million on a player this summer. But if they can't find 30 for Thiago, put it this way, Liverpool, if you couldn't find 30 for Thiago, you had fucking no right to spend $1 million on fireworks. I thought he was a football team. So I hope that United are able to get him over the line. I just don't buy it. I think at most, right now, 2 out of 10. And that hurts me to say because I would love to stand here and be getting giddy about Thiago Alcantara in a United shirt. Last but certainly by no means least, and this would be phenomenal if we pulled it out, N'Golo Kante. So Chelsea have just bought, I know, fucking everybody. And some of the players at the club are probably going to, one, need to be moved off to balance the books a little bit, whether that's wages or transfers. And two, just to get fucking games. N'Golo Kante, we know that he plays well with Pogba. We know that he would fit a 4-3-3 and just sit right in the channel and just destroy everything. Actually, I thought he looked great under Conte when he was pushed up into that number 8 area. I thought he looked fucking really good, actually, for a minute. We all like him. We all rate him. We all know what he brings. We all know what he offers. We would all love him at Manchester United. This popped up today. There's not really much talk of a fee. It's just, this one could literally be a journalist going, 1, Chelsea need to sell. 2, United in midfielders equals 2. Sweet. Not really sure. I'm going to give it right now a 1 out of 10 because it's only just starting to come in it. But I'd fucking like a bit of that at United. Midfield's the engine room of a team, innit? You have a good midfield. Tell me now in the comments, when have United ever won a title with a shit midfield? It doesn't happen. You need a top midfield to win stuff. And don't fucking comment about Liverpool because we need to look about them lot all having asthma. Something's going on there. That was the ins. This is the outs. Chris Smalling. Seems like this one's been rumbling on for a long old time at the moment, and we might be near the end of it. Significant progress has been made. I've seen all sorts of fees ranging from 9 million plus 4 to 18 million plus 2. Let's be honest, it's not a lot of cash. It's around what we paid for him. Let's just say that after getting 10 years out of him. Okay. I mean, I think going off the season he's just had, in the league he's just had it, there's players who weren't as highly rated this season as him that are going for 4 or 5 times as much. But because United don't want him, you sell low. That's the difference. I think if he's able to replicate the form he's just played at Roma are getting an absolute fucking bargain. And I'm not asked because I don't think he suits United's style of play. He's always been a good defender, but as a footballer, there's a lot to be desired. So I'll say good luck to Smalling and keep playing in Italy where you're having a good time. Smalling to Roma, 9 out of 10. And we've got Sergio Romero. Not really a shock in this one, I don't think. Dean Henderson signing a new deal. Some talk coming out in the week that Dean Henderson is staying at Manchester United, isn't going out on loan. Well, that obviously has an effect on Sergio Romero, Manchester United's designated cup goalkeeper, or is the role that he's been largely playing of late. Aston Villa are seemingly the ones in the mixer. They're talking about 7.1 million. Now, is that a bit specific to be a load of bollocks? I think it's got to be real, hasn't it? Surely. For that sort of cash, it makes sense. We got him on a free transfer. You're selling him for profit after he's done an able job. Good business from United. Hopefully this is all going into a transfer kitty to bring some players back this way. But Sergio Romero, there's also a report over in Argentina that does mention Aston Villa again. That might be a good move for him. And like I said, he's been a top servant while he's been here. Doesn't seem to have been phased. Even when he was told by the Argentinian national team, listen mate, you're not going to the World Cup unless you start playing first team football somewhere, and he was like, yeah, watch me. And he was right, and he did. And he went, fucking love it. Romero then, looks like this Aston Villa one's real. I'll give it, to leave, 10 out of 10. To Villa, 7 out of 10. But that's it for the ins, that's it for the outs, and that's it from me. Cheers for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.